Oh, yep. You can have if you haven't seen it yet. Here you go. Here's our next format. Aren't you excited for our next Chaos Rising format? It's almost like Patrat and Special Red Card helped Dragapult the most, and nobody else. It's almost like Dragapult got helped out even more with the arrival of Patrat and Special Red Card. Oh, isn't that such a great format? Such a fun, healthy format we're about to head into. You know, it's a third of the meta now. It's not even it was a quarter, now it's a third. Aren't you so excited for this? Oh man, I can't wait for 2 months from now to have a third of the format. Yeah, again, if this was standard, if Dragapult didn't exist, look at how amazing this format would be. Right? Look at how good this format would be. Like there's 10 decks that all have good matchups, that all have a chance to win a tournament. But then it's just like, oh, right. Dragapult exists. I forgot about that. I forgot that Dragapult exists because the world hates me. Yeah, Crustle is really good because it has a good matchup against What's Its Butt. So yeah, we're playing Mega Starmie today. It's totally fine. There's nothing crazy about it. You can blow them. I'm going to be blowing people all day. I only have 4 oh, I forgot to build the... Wait, did I forget to build one of the lists? I thought I had a Dust Noir one. Hang on. We're having technical difficulties. Did I seriously forget to build? I must have forgotten to add it here. Okay, so we'll start the first game. We'll play a Carmine build, and then we'll jump into it. Big Body Bow. And thank you, Mark. Yes, thank you. I'm not playing the Patrick Star version, though, unfortunately. All right, so I accidentally deleted my version of the deck that had the Dust Noir, so we do want that. I would very much like that, but don't forget to redeem your codes. I keep forgetting to update the drop, but it's still Perfect Order 26 and Graduation Gift currently work. And see, they took I knew I was going to masterfully bait them. So I'm doing some work in the background here to get a Dust Noir list real quick, because I accidentally deleted it, which was my bad. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. Wowzers. This might be one of the best hands, because fun fact, in my first game, I prized both Frostlass and won. In my second game, I prized 1 Frostlass. And I only have 1 Mega Frostlass because I don't want it to be... Oh, crap, this is a bad matchup. Okay. On a good day, this is a bad matchup. All right, so I think what I do is I just go for it. And the question becomes in my pants is I think I go Air Balloon, and then we Meowth for Carmine. Actually, do I even want to Meowth for Carmine? I mean, I guess. Because I would very much like to have an energy attachment this turn if at all possible. Okay, we got one. Great. All right, so let's go attach to you. We shall retreat. So they do need to waste 2 Premium Power Pro if they want to do the thing. Like, this is the best setup against probably one of the worst matchups for the deck. Like, Dragapult I can win if everything goes right. Any deck with lots of abilities, as long as I don't prize both Frostlass, we should be okay. Having to put the Meowth down obviously isn't great against a Hairy Mama deck. But I can very easily hunt the Makuhita, right? The Makuhita, all it takes is 1 jetting blow. All I have to do is blow 1 Makuhita. Well, the thing is, never let me down, I only play 1 Mega Frostlass. So yeah, if you have multiple Mega Frostlass, if you have the usual 2 that you're supposed to have, this matchup is like a free win, because they have to use Mega Lucario to knock out your Frostlass, but your Frostlass just takes a knockout of their Lucario. But I wanted to focus more on Starmie. So that's the number 1, comment I think I received on my video with Zygarde. And well, it's about prizing, right? It's about prizing it. You want to be prize proof because Frostlass takes the big KOs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Too late. But the comment that I received is, what about Mega Lucario with Zygarde? Well, number 1, I featured that in the Best New Perfect Order Dex video. And I wanted it to be a Zygarde deck, right? I didn't want it to be a Buttface deck. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot you're one of them people. Okay, so we have a choice here. I can Crispin, Or I can just give them my Meowth, right? I can kind of give them the Meowth and sort of force them to suck my butt. I mean, I don't mind if they suck my butt. You know, getting your butt sucked isn't the worst thing that's ever happened. All right, so let's go put the darkness in the hand. We shall go water energy on you. And then I definitely want to Adrenabrain. Let's take that and put it on. I mean, whichever Riolu I put it on, they're just going to evolve the other one, but that's fine because it's basically a free prize. All right, so we go retreat, put the Meowth down, and then do that. And I know it's like, oh, what, you're going to give them a free Meowth? But actually, this is the smartest possible play right now. Because you're thinking, oh, you're giving them a free Meowth. No, the only way they can knock out this Meowth is with a Mega Lucario. They can two-shot it with a Solrock, and that's totally fine. You know, I don't think they'll be complaining if they do that. But they have to retreat, evolve into a Lucario or a Jab. Guess what happens? Guess what happens when they do that? They're going to have like a 10-card hand, and I have a Mega Frostlass just waiting to knock out their Mega Lucario. So that's the problem with trying to play a Mega Starmie deck, is that Mega Frostlass is just better. And here we go. So wait, why'd they attach to the damaged one? And I was just going to try and show you the Mega Starmie. Oh, there we go. There we go. Here we go. So this was all part of the plan. Remember, they have to burn their hand down. And that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to burn their hand as low as possible. But they take 2 prizes when they knock out the Meowth. So this is why the Mega Frostlass is so important, is because it takes the big knockouts. But I want to be using Mega Starmie, and I want to blow as many people as possible, but that's not really, you know, in the cards today. That's not in the heart of the cards today. All right. If I don't think there's anything I can top deck that I want. Ooh, there's a Risky Ruins. I think it's a little late for that, though. I think it's a little late for the Risky Ruins. Please tell me I have Mega Frostlass. I do. I have 2. Oh, okay. I wasn't going to say a bad word. I was going to say I forgot that I did put it in there, but we do only have 2 water. So this might be a Mega Starmie turn, which is actually fine. And yeah, I guess I'll put the Risky Ruins down and go for the Monkey Dory. So all we need is, you know, water Frostlass or or absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing seems great, doesn't it? Did you ever suspect that I might get absolutely nothing off of that? All right. Fantastic. We got nothing the correct way. So that's fine. I guess what I do is I just go 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, let's, oh, baby. And then 1, 2, 3. And then we shall retreat into the Staryu. Wow, that went beautifully. That went so beautifully. And it was great. Yes, if you haven't seen the new Chaos Rising tier list, I got some great news for you. If you're excited for the Chaos Rising meta, I got some amazing news for all of you. Is yeah, we're only going to 31.3%. Only going to a third of the meta is going to be Dragapult. Get excited. Everything else is bad. Third of the meta. All right, here we go. Yeah, that went Beautyfly. Yeah, they added special red card, which is basically just designed to make that one deck better. Okay, so I'm not completely out of this game, but I'm pretty much out of this game. Because, you know, I think we prized the 3rd Snorunt, which is not great. They got Fighting Gong. I don't think they've used a single Premium Power Pro this entire game. So yeah, they've got this one. Yeah, let's get it to 50%. Yeah, see, Never Gonna Let Me Down. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about, Never Gonna Let Me Down, is that this is what's going to happen when we play against Lucario, is that it's not a great matchup because stuff like this happens. All right, so I mean, I'm drawing 8 with Lily, which isn't the worst thing, and they do have a Harry Mama. If they attack with Harry Mama, that just gets knocked out, so Am I just in a situation where I don't even know what I'm trying to do right now? What situation am I in? All right, so there's a Risky Ruins, which we probably don't want to put into play. Okay, so we have another Snow Runt. I don't want to be doing this. I mean, I could clutch, but that might be a next turn kind of thing. Might be next turn where I do that. All right, so then we go Lily's Determination. And there's a water energy, so I'm just trying to think how I finagle this properly. Because they have 2 Mega Lucario. We haven't seen anything. I don't have a way to affect their hand. I think I'm just out of the game, to be completely honest with you. I think it's just too late. So I should probably just go with the Starmie and just say, you know what? Let's see what happens, right? Because this deck also does play Legacy Energy, for those of you wondering at home. For those of you keeping track at home, the deck does play Legacy Energy. And yeah, we'll knock out the Makuhita, because we don't like its face. And then, yeah, it does 70 to itself. So let's do that. And then let's blow them. So as long as they don't have the win this turn, yeah, we win next turn. Yeah, obviously you have it. If I'd been able to get my Legacy Energy, we win the game. If I was able to get, a Water Energy, a Crispin, anything, we would have been fine. So I think I played that one perfectly. It's just that PDC GL decided not to give me any cards that I needed. And they had everything they needed. Yeah, so there they go. They just need the energy and they got it. Yeah, they're about to, after I blew them, they're going to play with their PP multiple times. So it was slightly unfortunate, but like we all knew that was going to happen. Lucario is the second best deck in the world for a reason. There's a reason why Lucario is on the tier list and Mega Starmie is not. There's a bit of a reason. But literally we were a Legacy Energy away from winning that game, which is all it was. If I could have grabbed a Hilda, if we got a Hilda at any point, we win. If we got anything at any point, we win. All right, now let me just quickly see if I can find the Dust Noir build, because I deleted it from Limitless. I think what I did is I copy and pasted it, and then I accidentally deleted it before putting it into the game. All right, so here we go. Well, we're starting a snow run. Am I going first or second? Because it'd be really chill if I was going first, and they're going first. Okay. So let us go. I'm going to cut that. We're going to have, we have 2 Dust Noir. Well, this is just too easy. This is just way too easy. All right, so we want to cut that. I'm just sort of, does anyone have any suggestions? Oh, this is a free win. I don't even need Starmie to win this one. Okay, so I think all I do is just win the game. How do you win this game? You just don't prize double Frostlass. Well, we prized 1 Frostlass. So if they don't have access to their items, the odds of them being able to do anything are quite low. So I think this is just get this dude. Go Hilda for, Legacy Energy, and we'll just get regular. No, we'll get Mega Frostlass. Right? Baby Frostlass? No, we'll get Baby Frostlass, because as soon as we get that online, I think the game's just kind of over. Yeah, they're probably going to have 2 Zoroark, or they're probably just going to have Cyrano directly in their hand. But the thing is, even if they have Cyrano in their hand, that's fine. There's not a whole lot they can do to win right now. They would need double Zoroark, Lilies, Pecharunt, Ends Casshole. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. They just got it like that. Sometimes you try to do the right thing, and then PDCGL just slaps you across the butt cheeks and says, nah, bro, you're not allowed to have fun today. Fun is for losers. Oh, man. Okay, no, this is fine. Oh, they have the Ends Darmanitan, too. So they literally... Okay, that was very close. That was very close. I thought they were going to have everything. They did not have everything. And believe it or not, we have everything. So the Badoo item lock for game, basically. So they should probably just concede after this one, I think. And if you're wondering, why are they going to concede? Because I'm about to knock out their Darmanitan. All right, and then we jetting blow them. And I definitely want to put the damage on, I think this one, right? Because the closer I get to knocking it out, the better. No, I think maybe we just go for the Zorua. Because I am worried about powerful rage. The issue, of course, is that Zoroark already does the thing. Yeah, so Zoroark is already going to have damage on it. Yeah, I was going to say, like, how exactly do I finagle this? I think one of the ways is that we attack with Mega Frostlass, because they're never going to have a small hand here. Yeah, they're going to do 250. That's totally fine. The Legacy Energy is goated here. The Legacy Energy just basically wins me the game. But I am going to have to play with my balls and then go tuck my tail. And do you think sometimes you're the one willing these cards into existence into your opponent's hand? We all know I am. But that is good. So we're basically in a very good spot right now. They're probably going to use Rampaging Thunder. They should probably use, I'm going to say it right now, they should probably use Virtuous Flame. I know that they're going to go for Rampaging Thunder because they have En's Castle. Okay, never mind. They have everything. They're totally fine. But they're not taking a prize. Knocking out that Darmanitan right away was huge. Like, absolutely freaking huge, because they would have just knocked out my Frostlass on the bench. But they just have double Lilies. And I have to go Ultra Ball for Meowth. Well, I have to hope Meowth is in the deck, first of all. But we should be okay. They're probably just going to grab another Darumaka, which I can just knock out. The question is, do I believe in the heart of the cards, or do I believe in myself? Because they're going to, like, the Mega Starmie is going to be knocked out next turn. Like, not this turn, it'll be knocked out next turn. I can guarantee myself the knockout on the Darumaka this turn, but then I have to waste my ball. I have to drain my balls entirely after blowing them, just to get a basic Snow Runt, which will probably win me the game. All right, I'll take it. All right, so we're going for Monkey Dory. We go Hilda. This is great. Mega Frostlass. No, sorry, we want Darkness Energy. And then, yeah, we put that there. And Adrenabrain. So, yeah, we have to just hunt the Darumaka here. And then we're going to Jetting Blow them. I'm not quite sure how I win the game from this point. I think it'll be academic. It'll be alphanumeric. Right? I don't think I lose. The only way I can lose is if I don't get, I mean, I don't even need anything, right? I can just win with Badoo, because they're only taking 2 prizes. Both of their Zoroark have abilities. I did prize the second baby Frostlass, which is why I'm sort of leaning towards a list that has 4 Snorunt and 3 of this Frostlass and 2 Mega Frostlass. Yeah, you lose a little bit of consistency with like Hilda and Crispin and stuff. But every game I've lost with this deck, I'm like, I really wish I had a 4 Snorunt or a 3rd Frostlass, because I always prize a million things. Well, hey, never gonna let me down. I understand they can't one-shot Mega Frostlass. However, I need a water energy. That's the problem here. Is, yes, I understand they can't one-shot my Mega Frostlass, but my Mega Frostlass can't do anything unless it gets a water energy. So that's where I'm a little worried. Teriyaki, this is the Carmine build. I don't believe there's a Wally's in this one, but I also thought there was only 1 Mega Frostlass in this one. So clearly I'm not the person to be asking. Oh my god. They have shuffle drawn 24 cards in their first 3 turns of the game. That's not fair. But this is why Zoroark is one of the top decks. So if you're looking, I know it's at the bottom of that tier list in the 2.2%, but it is up there. It is in the B tier list. All right, so they're just gonna Virtuous Flame. Doesn't matter. They have like 3 different attacks they can copy. They shouldn't copy Rampaging Thunder. Either Powerful Rage or Virtuous Flame. Doesn't matter. What? You were going to be featured in a YouTube video. Was this part of your plan or something? Okay, the fact that they didn't just immediately concede makes me think this was part of their plan. Like, they didn't just immediately concede, so I guess that was part of their strategy? Question mark? Because usually you would concede. What did they use? Shred? Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I guess I just evolve into this guy and then Night Stretcher for the water and sure. Like maybe they're trying to set up a knockout or something. That would be my like. Are they still? They're still trying to make that Darumaka work. I'm just gonna keep picking on their Darumaka until it eventually dies. Yeah, like I think maybe they're trying to finagle something with Monkey Dory. But like I was gonna win this game regardless. That's the problem. Is there was no real concern of me losing this game. Oh, so they didn't shame concede. It looks like they rage. Oh, I am so confused. So it was on purpose, and they okay. There it is. Oh man, you would have been featured in a YouTube video too. And I did read some of the comments on that for Alligator Trust Your Pilot Reddit post about how like, oh, you know, I doubt it'll be in a YouTube video because Trust Your Pilot doesn't post his losses. The thing is, I never lose. But the other big thing is that the losses are typically pretty boring, right? The losses are either really boring or, you know, the wins are anticlimactic, right? Most of the time I lose because PDCGL is just like, what if you didn't get any cards you needed, right? Or some of my wins are like that game where nothing goes right. All right, we got a turn 1. We got Carmine. Don't you love it when you have Carmine in your opening hand? And then you also have all of your good cards too. No, I remember I logged in because I made that post. I made that post on the subreddit about, oh, why aren't they here? About, you know, in 24 hours, everyone's going to say, why isn't my deck valid anymore? All right, so I have a Dust Noir list. Again, with this matchup, this is a horrible matchup for us with this starting hand. So I have to get rid of a Starmie. And, you know, I'm just going to... Sure. Okay, yeah, let's... no. Retreat. And then end turn. I know. Crazy move, right? But they can't knock out my Meowth this turn. I know we're in the exact same scenario we were in last game. So YouTube audience, you did not see the game, the first game of the day against Mega Lucario, where I was going to win, but we got off to the worst start possible. And once you get off to a bad start against Lucario, especially a Lucario player who never played with their PP, then, you know, you're not going to be in a great spot. But this is actually smart. You can watch the VOD that I'll upload in like a week. Because by putting the Meowth in the active, the Solrock can't knock it out unless they get like a maximum belt and they play with their PP, and it's really bad for us. But if they can't do that, this is actually great because I can use Monkey Dory to set up a knockout on this if I had a good hand, which I don't. And Teriyaki? Hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm a fart smeller. Yeah, Lucario is one of the free decks. It's great. We got a Poffin. I'm in a great spot right now. So let's go for... Oh, please tell me we have... All right, we're good to go. And then I will Night Stretcher. And if I can get an air balloon, we're actually in a really... What? I mean, if you're a Lucario when have you ever seen that before? This is the world's first. World first. Meowth is the MVP against Lucario. All right, yes, thank you, PDC Joe, for wasting everyone's time. Yeah, I intimidated them. All right, well, now I got to write down somebody else's name. I'm just trying to get one game for the YouTube video with this list before we move on to the other list. All right, so it's Tom Tev. But that's the crazy thing. That was such a smart play. And Chadwick Stoney, thank you for the sub. And you paid for your sub. Unlike all those other, those nerds who pay with Prime, you gave me actual money dollars. Uh-oh. Did you just sub so you could use that? I don't hate the hustle. Okay, so this is fine. I mean, it would have been great to have a decent starting hand. This feels like a bad matchup, right? Like, obviously, I can use Mega Frostlass and Math to make it happen, but this feels like a really bad matchup. And it wasn't for this one. Wasn't for these ones. Oh, they're a Trust Your Pilot viewer, just like Chadwick. So they're playing Garchomp with Barbaracle and Badoo. The boss that is so mean. The boss is on the snow run just to get my dude in the active. Well, joke's on you, because... yeah, I guess I'll just do this. It's not ideal. I was thinking of maybe putting that Darkness Energy on the snow run to start the game, but then I was just like, hey, that's a dumb idea. Let's not do that. All right, so we retreat. We go into the Badoo. If they get a Gabite or a Barbaracle, we're in business. So against a traditional Garchomp deck, I believe this is probably not a positive matchup. If De-Evolution still existed 100%, this is the easiest matchup in the world. De-Evolution no longer exists. I would not have done that unless you have a Gabite. So I do believe that a 1-1 Barbaracle and Garchomp is a good idea, but it doesn't seem like this is a traditional list, right? You definitely want to have not crap in your pants, right? And believe it or not, a Hilda for a Darkness Energy is the correct play on this turn. You might not think it is, but a Hilda for a Darkness Energy is 100% the correct play. And I hate that that is the correct play. And I absolutely hate that this is the correct play. All right, so Itchy Pollen. But I am firmly on team 1-1 Barbaracle, right? Because this way you can use Garchomp's Draconic Buster. You can just bust all over people after they jetting blow you, turn after turn. But, I mean, the Badoo seems like a little bit too much, right? Because what you have to remember is that a Gabite can one-shot a freaking Meowth and a Pheasantipity if the things go properly. Right? You look at Rock Hurl. This thing can one-shot a Meowth. With enough Rose Raid, or if you can play with your PP enough times, this can one-shot a Meowth. I know. It can one-shot a freaking Meowth. Okay, I mean, I have a great hand, and I'm not really in danger of anything going wrong, but I also would like to have, you know, potentially some basics. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's go... Yeah, I think what I do is I star you first. Don't worry, this is all part of my plan. And then we go Risky Ruins, because they are probably expecting to rock hurl my Badoo for knockout, and we're just not going to let that happen. And I'm just going to keep them item locked. I'm going to take a knockout. I know they can get a Garchomp, but I don't know. It's really tough to say. You'd think you'd get some basics at some point, but we have enough, right? We don't have a great hand. And I don't have a way to, Mega Frostlass take a KO, but they can't one-shot a Mega Starmie unless everything goes right for them. Yeah, they'll get the Gabite. They'll probably knock out my Badoo. They're probably thinking, oh, I don't need to knock out that Badoo. I just need to evolve into Garchomp and go into my Spiritomb. I mean, the Spiritomb is also pretty easy to deal with. But Spiritomb is another problem. I just have to wonder, did they cut Spiritomb to make room for Badoo? And Garchomp doesn't really work without Roserade. Okay. I'm sorry. And Sunny, I never want to deal with you. So I think I'm just waiting. I think I'm just waiting and baiting. That's the trust your pilot mantra. Just waiting and baiting. Sure, we'll get rid of that, and we will get rid of, I guess, that. Sure. And then let's go for another Monkey Dory. Why the heck not? And then we just bring up the Barbaracle, and then they have no chance of winning. Then we just bring up the Barbaracle, and then they hate life. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's a great strategy. I am a great strategist. Isn't the Pokemon trading card game so much fun in 2026, Sunny? And I don't think I have a Salvatore list today because that's dumb. I don't think Salvatore is actually good. I think it's better to just go first and play Carmine. If they want to put Roserade on their bench, that's totally okay with me. But I think it's probably just a lot better and easier to just say, okay, all I'm going to do is... it's not my fault they printed the worst card imaginable. It's just go first. That's all. Just go first. Right? You don't need to do anything crazy. Just go first. Did these Monkey Dory switch places? I could have sworn the Monkey Dory with the energy was in the center. And I meant to get a snow run. Don't look at that. I will say that I did intend to get a snow runt. That is my bad. And yeah, I'll just use Carmine. I don't care. Okay, I should not have done that. All right, well, we're fine. They do get knocked out coming into my turn, which is hilarious. But yeah, this ain't going in the YouTube video. It's just not great. I would have preferred to have a good game here, but they're just locked out of the game right now. They haven't done anything for several turns. And I see, this is why I didn't take the knockout. You're probably wondering, but Pilot, but Pirate, why didn't you take the knockout on the Roselia with the Monkey Dory? Because the Roserade has an ability. I don't know if you noticed that, but the Roserade has an ability, and it'll just get knocked out by Frostlass. Crazy, I know, right? Imagine being this smart and this attractive. All right, well, let's just go. I guess we just go Hilda and get the dude. Because I want this game to be over with as quickly as possible. I want this to be over as quickly as possible. That's the name of my ex-wife's memoir. Oh, never mind. All right. Yeah, I'll let you have your... You want to have your items, you can have your items. But good luck busting all over me. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, and then do the thing. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I don't even have to knock out the Roserade, right? The Roserade's not a problem anymore. It's just going for the Garchomp at this point. But yeah, I was thinking about Salvatore. It is just so much work. Like, you have to play multiple Salvatore, you have to play 4 Pokegear, you have to play 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Meowth, and then you have to have the star you start. Oh, that's not good. You have to have the star you start plus a water energy for Salvatore to even mean anything. It is so much easier just to go win a coin flip, go first, and then, oh man. Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry, Tom from MySpace. I don't know why you're still here, but I am about to knock out your binacle over there. Your binacle is about to get knocked out. Just wanna. Oh yeah, I guess I should have just done the thing normally. Guess I didn't really have to do it that way. I feel so bad for them that I'm, kind of checked out at the moment. I'm just like, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. All right, let's get rid of the Crispin and the Risky Ruins. Let's go get the Meowth. Oh man. Yeah, I'm surprised they're still here. I'm very surprised they're still here. I'll just mark this down as a win because we know this is a win. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're not going to be in let me tell you right now, you're not going to be in a YouTube video with a game like this. All right, so yeah, just remember, we're 7.5 weeks away from this meta. And you'll notice that there's no new decks. Oh, sorry, the Greninja is at 5.4%. Beedrill, I would imagine they just rolled Beedrill into the Arboliva list because it's Beedrill with Arboliva, so they might have just counted Beedrill as Arboliva, which is kind of disappointing. But yeah. And if you haven't checked out the tweet, Mega Starmie is broken on PDCGL, which is insanely sad because there was 81 new cards and they couldn't even get that right. And there's just, a whole bunch of other just minor issues. Get it? A whole bunch of minor issues. Huh? Minor issues. Exactly. Exactly. Never gonna let me down. We think alike. Let's say what we're both thinking at the same time. What are we thinking about? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Feet in my mouth. Oh my God. We're like twins. Oh, For the Winds feet. Well, yeah. Sorry, I didn't specify For the Winds feet, but obviously we knew. We knew it was For the Winds feet that I was talking about. Kilometers, I can show you. I can show you if the stream goes really well. Because I got some cool beans. And Ball Handler, we're doing actually kind of crappy because we're 45 minutes into the stream and oh my God. We're 45 minutes into the stream and don't have a single YouTube game. I don't care about wins and losses. I just care about YouTube games. But let me give you a hint. Okay, I'll put Starmie on screen so it's a little bit easier to see here. I'll put the Starmie on screen, and you tell me, as long as you haven't seen the tweet, no cheating. Let me just get so what do you think the issue with Mega Starmie is? Read the card. What do you think? How do you think the PDCGL dev would screw up this attack? Remember, you have to put yourself in the mindset of the Pokemon TCG Live dev. How would you screw this up? With one of the most basic attack effects you've ever seen. It's just shuffle in energy and deal damage. How could you possibly screw this up? We got every supporter in the deck. We got every supporter in the deck except the one that we can play turn 1 going first. No, if you have a tool attached to Mega Starmie, that also gets shuffled in. So if you have a tool card attached to Mega Starmie and you use Sonic Ripper, guess what happens? Guess where that tool goes? The PDCGL dev is so good at their job. Guess what happens to that tool when you use Sonic Ripper? It goes back into your deck. And Kurakagi, yeah, that would actually make more sense. I would, understand that. The fact that it's the tool that also gets shuffled back in is the crazy part. Like, how does that even get coded? And ball handler, that has happened in the past with things. Laddie, that was on the Discord. No, you thought like the PDCGL dev. I appreciate that. You could be you're way off, but you were in the right area, right? It's like you were playing Battleship, but you were in the right area. Well, what do you mean? Mega Starmie is in a top 10, top 15 deck right now. I was gonna say top 10, but it's more like top 15. And the cool thing is I'm going to start posting bugs on YouTube Shorts now, so I can make $2 from them. Normally, I wouldn't make any money from PDCGL sucking. It was Hero's Cape. So somebody had a Hero's Cape on a Mega Starmie, and they used Sonic Ripper, and it went back into their deck. Well, not anymore. No, because the Power Glass will go back into your deck. So yes, if you fulfilled the requirements, but if you use Sonic Ripper, then you're kind of screwed. All right, this is a great starting hand. This is the worst possible starting hand you could get. How are they taking a 2.5 minute turn? Are they also not here? Because remember, you can check the game log if it says didn't take an action in time. And let me guess, we're going to find out what my top deck is before it's even my turn. Oh, I guess I'm going to... I seriously am drawing a Hilda right now? Seriously? This is the worst start ever. All right. That is slightly better. Okay, so I think what I do is... Yeah, we just did all our basics. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Maybe we don't. Don't excuse... Yeah, the PDCGL game is holding up so well, isn't it? PDCGL's holding up so well. All right, let's... I guess I attach to the Starmie. Yeah, let's attach to the Starmie. We'll go Ichipal. I don't even think they're here, so what's even the point? But this would have been a loss, most likely. And you're like, but Pilot, why'd you put the darkness energy on the Starmie? A, so it can retreat. B, I might be able to Nebula Beam. Right, if I top deck a Starmie, I can Crispin and then Nebula Beam. Oh man, PDCGL is such a well-made game, isn't it? It's such the greatly well-made game. And fun fact, the PDCGL dev hasn't tweeted since Perfect Order came out, which is weird since there is a new code that you'd think they would have told us about, but I told you about it instead. Wait, they're still here? This is wild. Yeah, they haven't even tweeted since Perfect Order came out or addressed any of the major issues that have been occurring, which is, just par for the course. All right, well, let's go and get a... I guess I get a Monkey Dory, right? Don't ask me why I didn't move the damage. They're not even here. I always love it how the scoreboard just disappears and reappears all the time. It's like when Andrew Mahone complained about how the card, you click on the card, it goes over here, and then when they attack, it goes to the other side. So we've played this deck for an hour almost, and I don't have a single YouTube game. Oh, what the hell? Okay, so I've made a slight error. Really thought that this was not going to go like this. Okay, well, there's no one they can bring up. This is why I didn't evolve the second Snow Run. You're going for the Starmie? That is not who you should be going for right now, buddy. I can tell you right now, that is not who you should be knocking out. All right, well, they got everything. I think we're still going to use Itchy Pollen just to try and stop them from using Fighting Gong to get another Riolu. But also, wait, they use Lilies. I think they're panicking because the game probably did mess up. Yeah, they use lilies. That allows me to knock out the Lucario now. I was thinking, oh no, I have to worry about, hitting them with Badoo and using Monkey Dory. Well, yeah, they had like a 3-card hand or a 4-card hand before, so I was like, oh, okay, so I just have to Badoo, Monkey Dory once or twice, and then we'll take the knockout. But then they just did everything for me, which is very strange. All right, well, Mega Frostlass and Legacy Energy. They just, let me have my way with them, essentially, which I am not upset about. Okay, so let's get let's do that. Because this isn't going in the YouTube video, so I'm not concerned. If I thought this was going in the YouTube video, I'd be a little more Starmie focused. Oh, there we go. I'd be a little bit more like, oh, I should probably find a Night Stretcher. I should, Lilies and try to get a Night Stretcher so I can get a Staryu. Because we prize Staryu. So yeah, this is the reason why this matchup isn't terrible. Is that, if they knock out a 3-prizer, they take 3 prizes, and then Mega Frostlass just comes in. So the only way you can win this matchup is because of Mega Frostlass. Because they're always going to have a big hand. You don't play Judge, which is sometimes to your detriment. But a Lilies is always going to be at least 300 damage. They take a prize that's 350. There's not really anything they can do except get their hand down as low as possible. Which isn't, awesome for them. Which isn't the easiest thing in the world for them. And I'm surprised they haven't realized that I just knock out their Riolu with my Monkey Dories. So I'm just going to try and give them a thumbs up and be like, I already have game. Your Hairy Mama's going to get knocked out by you. Your Lunatone is going to get knocked out by me. And your Riolu's going to get knocked out by my monkeys. So I don't even have to do anything. I can just Badoo and win the game. So again, this is going great. This is a great stream. And I was looking at the Raticate because people on Reddit are like, oh, Raticate is totally a playable card, Pilot. But Pilot, Raticate's totally Raticate is not a playable card, okay? I wish it was. It is not a playable card. Because you can only have 3 Rattata on the bench, right? There's only 3 Rattata you can have on the bench. So how exactly does that help you? All right, then we have another Frostlass. And you know what? I'm just gonna... I mean, do I just win? No, I don't think I win this turn, but I do win next turn. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, we'll heal again. And fun fact, they can't even knock out my Frostlass unless they have access to their items, which I'm not going to give them. Be a real shame if somebody retreated into their Badoo and shut off your items. So yeah, so the retaliatory incisors does 40 damage for each damage counter on all your bench Rattata. Rattata only has 40 hit points. What's wrong? What about Brute Bonnet? Brute Bonnet's gone. Well, it's terrible because the Rattata only have 40 hit points, and Diggersby puts 30 damage on each of them. Lively Stadium you can't rely on because they'll just bump it. The Ludicolo is a stage 2. That's a little bit too much work. Like, I wish this card was playable. This is my type of card, but Rattata only has 40 hit points and doesn't have an ability that says, like, hey, it doesn't get affected by Dragapult or it doesn't get affected by Monkey Dory. And DC Fan, it's only in the test deck. So it is only against the AI. I tried it out. I tried that glitch and I tried one of the other glitches. Both of them are fine. It's the Mega Starmie that is actually broken. The Decky Dewey is only broken when you do it in the test deck. And then you concede. And after I emote 5 times letting you know that I've won the game. Hey, if you want to get blown, you're in the right place. Okay, this is going to be the last freaking game with this deck because we are going to win. Okay, we're going to get a YouTube game. We're going to win. It's going to be great. All right, Nathan Bishop, I got a great feeling about you. I cannot wait to blow you, Nathan. Press 1 if you think Nathan's ready to get blown. Like Cyclops and Jean Grey's son into the future. All right, so there we go. We're playing the Carmine build. And DC Vent, yeah, that's only in the test deck. I tried it in standard and it worked totally fine. Ooh, this is a terrible starting hand. Oh my god, this game is great. You play Carmine, you play Ultra Ball, you play Meowth, and every game is still against Lucario. Oh wow, we're in some dire straits right now. I think what I do is I don't even freaking know. Do I go for the Monkey Dory? Or do I go for the Evel? I have no clue what to do right now. All right, well, sure. But they're gonna knock out the Starmie. So I guess I was thinking I was gonna go with the Monkey Dory, but I guess I just retreat. Yeah, I guess probably shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't really matter unless they have a Premium Power Pro, which they probably do. But I can top deck one of my 3 or whatever Hilda. I can top deck a Water Energy. I can top deck an Ultra Ball. I can top deck a Meowth. I can top deck a Lilies. I can just top deck a Water or a Legacy Energy. There's about 17 cards in my deck that can get me out of this situation and pretty much win me the game. And of course, we're not going to get it. And there's the Fighting Dawn for the energy, and they're going to probably have a Premium Power Pro. No, they're probably going to have a Lilies. I'll bet you they have a Lilies in that hand, and I'm about to get absolutely destroyed right now. And has anyone tested the other codes? So I know Perfect Order and Graduation Gift work. I think Ascended Heroes, I think those codes don't work. All right, all they did was 70 damage, and then we get the Carmine, baby. Then we get the freaking goated Carmine. I mean, losing to bosses doesn't feel great, but we did get the Carmine. And we also have these guys. Okay, so I have Hilda for next turn, which is fine. And then, I am not 100% sure what I do here. Because if I put the Legacy Energy on the Monkey Dory, that sets up the Riolu for a knockout the next turn. I have the Hilda for, Frostlass and everything. I'm going to be a little risky here. I know this is weird, but I think this is what I do. I think we just go end turn, deny them a prize, and now I have a Hilda knockout on the Riolu. Obviously, if they evolve into the Lucario, that's very bad. But what are the odds? They didn't play a supporter last turn. They went Ultra Ball for Luna. I think they have Lucario. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think they might have the Lucario. Okay, so they just wanted to get maximum value, but that means they do have it. Okay. Little do they know I'm about to knock out their Lucario, because they're going to use Lunatone and not realize that I can... They're being too smart. And fun fact, the Legacy Energy actually loses me the game right now. Can you believe that the Legacy Energy probably just lost me the game? Because I would have been able to knock out this Lucario this turn, because they would have had more cards in hand. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right, well, hey, there's a Carmine. Well, we're still going Hilda. We'll go Hilda for this guy and this guy. They do need to play with their PP twice, and I just won't take a knockout. So we're not in the worst position, but we're not in the best position. But imagine doing the smartest play you can possibly think of, putting a legacy energy on the Monkey Dory, because obviously they're going to be attacking with Solrock, right? And taking the knockout, and they don't just have Lucario Terragon. And then they're just like, no, I'm going to retreat, go into Mega Lucario, not use Lunatone because you put a legacy energy and you'd only do 250. They absolutely sauced me up that turn. You know, call me a state dinner because they absolutely sauced me up. Okay, I was really worried that they just had double Premium Power Pro or just maximum out Premium Power Pro. But they're getting very punished right now. They're getting spanked. Their butt cheeks are getting clapped right now because they were a little too cautious, right? They should have just gone for it with the Lunatone, but they didn't. All right, so let's go Monkey Dory. Because we can knock out this Mega Lucario if I just get a Darkness Energy. Oh, God, no. No. How could this get worse? All right, so we go Poffin for Staryu Snorunt. I'm assuming we have another, yeah, we have another Frostlass. All right, there's no way they don't go for the Starmie this turn, right? 100%, there's no way they don't just knock out the Starmie this turn. So I'm safe putting that there. We're going to have this guy. But I'm doing 120, so it's going to have 50 HP left. They're going to take a prize. I mean, yeah, this doesn't feel great, but I guess I just take the knockout of the Lunatone early, because this way it'll cut off their card draw. They don't have access to Pheasantipity. I know you can't tell how many damage counters the Pheasantipity has on it, because PTCGO is a well-made game. And there's the Darkness Energy we need. All right, okay, there we go. There we go. I fixed PTCGO's glitches. So if that had been a Darkness Energy instead of a Water Energy, this guy would not exist. This one would not exist. They can't use Mega Brave, but that's fine. So I'm probably just not gonna do anything. Oh, that's a bad idea. Because all I have to do is knock out this Mega Lucario and this Pheasantipity, and that's game. So I'm just, the Mega Frostlass, this card does not exist. If I can draw an Ultra Ball, I'm getting rid of this card immediately. Because with, I do wish I was using Water Gun, but that's fine. See, if I just top deck an Ultra Ball, it's out of here. All right, so let's go and get the Meowth, because why the heck? Actually, I'm taking... Nah, we're going to get Meowth. We're going to masterfully bait them here. All right, so we go... Probably not bosses, right? We probably just go for lilies. I could go for Crispin, but we don't want that. We want to get... We want to... Thank you, PTCGO. We want to win this game with Mega Starmie if we can. All right, so let's put an air balloon on this guy. We have to Monkey Dory heal. So we do have to win this game pretty quickly here. Like, I can't... If they have a freaking Wally's Compassion, my butt is going to be raw after the spanking I give myself. If after all that work, they Wally's Compassion... I'm going to be a sad panda. I'm going to be a sad pilot. But you think they have Terragon, they have Pheasantipity. You know, they probably have a Night Stretcher or a Fighting Gong to get a Lunatone. There is no way. I have masterfully baited them into going for the Meowth. And then I just have a Starmie knockout on this guy. It'll be the easiest thing you've ever seen in the history of the world. It'll be easier than me after 2 drinks. It'll be so simple. Just do not have Wally's Compassion. YouTube audience, I know that it says I'm 4-1. The first game I played was against Mega Lucario, and it was a loss just because I got off to a terrible start. No Wallies. And then the other, I went on a 4-game winning streak. One was the disconnect, and just, oh my, so many disconnects with PDCGL. So there's just so many issues all the time. I told you. Wait, what? No, no, you're not allowed to do that. Oh no. Okay. Okay. I did not see this one coming. But it's fine because we have another Monkey Dory. But oh god. Okay, but I have Crispin, so we need to top deck a Mega Starmie, which we have. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. We have a Mega Starmie. We have a Crispin. As long as we have a Water and a Darkness Energy in the deck, we win the game. It is so simple. I don't know what you're concerned about. As long as we have... No, we just need a Water. Because I can just go Crispin for Water, Night Stretcher for Starmie, knockout, easy. Okay, well, now you're just being a butt face. Okay, so we doubly win here. There you go. And cool, we didn't even have to use the Starmie. Or we didn't have to use the Frostlass. We just used Starmie. And I was able to beat a Mega Lucario deck. Because I got that dog in me, baby. I got that dog. Okay, so there we go. That's game. See, I mathed my way to victory. Even when PDCGL is going out of its way to screw me over, I'm a math whiz. I take a whiz all over those numbers. And they probably think they win this game. Nah, bro, I got your Pheasantipity right here. But it's such a great sight playing a Frostlass deck, and then they just have a Pheasantipity or a Meowth. You know, put a Pheasantipity or a Meowth into play. Lucario player starts salivating, and a Frostlass player starts salivating. The drool gets onto your feet, you rub it in, they're glistening, it's like baby oil in your feet, and everyone's just happy looking at it. All right, I told you. I told you we were going to win that game. You didn't believe me. Now we can switch to another one that only has one Mega Frostlass. Oh, yep, PDCGL is a great game. Okay, so you wanted the Wally's build. We're playing the Wally's build. So this is the Wally's build. Let me guess, it's going to be Mega Lucario. Let me take a wild guess. It's going to be a Mega Lucario deck. Let's go second. There's no Carmine. Let's go second. All right, so it's against Coffee 101. Well, the good news is they have no idea what they're facing. The bad news is that something not great is about to happen here. Okay, so press 1 for Carmine, press 2 for Meowth. Press 1 if you want me to use Carmine. Oh, this changes things. Okay, never mind. I think it has to be Meowth, because I think I have to try and get a Badoo to slow them down a little bit. Yeah, we're in trouble right now. Okay, we got the Pokegear top deck. I believe in you, PDCGL. I believe you would never do anything to harm me. You're my favorite person in the world. Probably just go grab a Staryu. I have thinned the deck. Please give me a Lilies. Thank you. Okay, and then please give me some playable cards. And watch it be an air balloon, because they always just have the jamming tower like that. All right, this is not perfect. But I think what I do in this situation is I kind of have to mount and Badoo them right here, right? I don't want to use Badoo, but what choice do I have right now? Because, I mean, I have a pretty damn good hand, all things considered. Shutting off their items is huge. I'm going to be able to use Lilies. Maybe I should have used Ultra Ball there. Maybe I should have gone Ultra Ball away the Yveltal and the Ultra Ball, since they are going to shut off my items. But I have a free retreat. They got a Lilies. Yeah, I think in hindsight, I probably should have Ultra Balled away the Yveltal and the Ultra Ball and gone for the... Ooh. Yeah, if I played this slightly differently, we'd be in a great spot. Never mind, they have doubled your cloak. Of course they do. Okay, so we're going to have our items shut off. I am not in an amazing position. So that Badoo, if I retreat, the Badoo's getting knocked out. So it almost behooves me a little bit to just keep attacking with Badoo. But I think what I'm going to do is just go Hilda right away and then save the lilies for next turn. So we're going to go Hilda right away. I'm going to get this guy and this guy. We're going to have a Frostlass in play. We're going to have a basic energy on the Monkey Dory. And then I am going to Adrenabrain to you, because we're going to have to knock that out eventually. And then, yeah, we're just going to keep them item locked. I'd say it's most likely they're going to have the Dragapult energy this turn. Like, they're probably going to have Crispin. They're going to have all the things. But we could be fine as long as they don't have just a fire energy in hand. If they have to work for it and play Crispin, we'll be okay. If they're able to go attach fire and then use bosses on my snow runt, then we're screwed, which is what they're about to do. And DC fan, no, this matchup's totally fine. Because what, you can set this up with Monkey Dory, knock it out with Starmie. But I always forget. I always forget that Dragapult always has it like that. It doesn't matter if you item lock them for 20 turns in a row. They just always have it like that. But they didn't have bosses. Okay, so we can definitely win this one. I'm going to have to... Oh, never mind. Never mind, they got everything. Oh, what a dummy. What a dummy I am. So what they should absolutely do is Curse Blast the Snow Runt, knock out the Snow Runt, and then just win the game. Because if they Curse Blast, yeah, you put 50 on the Snow Runt, you knock out the Snow Runt, you don't put it on the Staryu. They put it on the Monkey. Okay, that would have been like my third choice. Like, we're still going to lose this game, so I can't really what-face them, as the kids would say. But I think 100% of the time, you don't do that. Because they have to know that I'm about to have a Mega Frostlass, right? And they're just going to put 4 on this guy. Oh, they put 5. Again, they're not as smart as me. Obviously, they're not as smart as Trust Your Pilot, because I wouldn't have made that oopsie. All right, so Lily's is worse, which is great. But we're knocking out the Dragapult. Dudes are set up. Okay, there's a Snow Runt. That's great. We are in actually a pretty good spot. Do I get rid of Carmine, though? Carmine or Ultra? I think it has to be Carmine because I need to save my balls. Yeah, my balls are precious to me. So we take the knockout. This is why you have to play Mega Frostlass with Starmie. Either that or Dust Noir. Ooh, there's a Risky Ruins. Okay, so... Huh. Do I want the Risky Ruins is the main question now. Because this Staryu's going to get knocked out if they have all the things. So I think what I do is get rid of that and that, because I am taking 2 prizes. We're going to go for the Starmie, because this should deny them a chance to just have their way with me. And then we go Resentful Refrain for 500. They have to burn their hand down to, like, they have to burn it down to 5 cards. Yeah, they're a Dragapult player. They don't have to think too much. And what are my thoughts on the new Talonflame? It is not good. I wish the new Talonflame was good, but that's kind of my consensus with most of the set, is most of the set is not good. So you look at the Talonflame, yeah, you can force them to maybe discard a random card from their hand. I can definitely make a YouTube video out of it. I can be a real cool person. But it is discard from their hand, so you can play it with the Chimicho, or sorry, the Chainling. You can play with the Chainling that discards a random card from their hand, or you can play with the new Turtonator that forces a discard of an energy. But, like, this is like a top 10 brand new deck from the set. This is how pathetic Perfect Order is with only 81 new cards, is that you put Turtonator in the active, you discard all their energy with Crushing. They just put a Fez into play. Okay. I don't mind you putting a no Crispin? Oh my, oh God. Is this, oh, I gotta change my pants. Okay, hang on. We're facing a Dragapult player who does not have everything every single turn. 90% of the, 69% of the time, sorry, I gotta appeal to the kids here. 67% of the time, Dragapult would have had boss's orders on that earlier turn. And then this turn, they would have had Neo Upper Energy or Crispin. But for some reason, they did this. For some reason, they did this instead. Oh, now I have a big choice to make. Huh. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a choice. I just go Hilda for, yeah, Frost Last Water. And then win the game, essentially. Because it would have been great to have a Monkey Dory in this situation. But we're going to do this. I am going to, I think I retreat, right? Because this is a Starmie deck, baby. And then we go 120. We put 50 on the Latias. And where's your Dust Noir now, buddy? Yeah, bro, where's your Dust Noir now? See, this is the kind of game you want to... That's why you play Hilda, by the way. If you're ever looking at a Starmie list and you're like, why is there so many Hilda? Do you really need a Water Energy and a Darkness Energy that badly? Yes. But also Legacy Energy just helps you have an extra turn. Because you do want to go first. Going first is always great. That's why Carmine's in a bunch of lists. Because that way you can avoid... You basically have Salvatore. Because obviously Salvatore is a very fun combo where you can just evolve turn one going second. But you have to have a Staryu start. You have to have a Water Energy in hand. And then you also have to have a way to get Salvatore in hand with either Ultra Ball or Meowth or Call Bell. And that's just way too much work. It's so much easier to just go first, have a Staryu, and then you don't even need the energy, and then you just Carmine. And then turn 2 life becomes so much more simpler. And if they don't item, yeah, they can't item lock me, so I just win the game now. Because I can blow them super hard. Yeah, I'll just blow them. I'll get rid of the... Oh, no, I don't need to knock out the Duskull. We just have to go Pokegear or Jetting Blow. Huh. Now that I'm looking at it, who doesn't like blowing people with, the, you know, this reminds me of the hot tub. You know, the bubbles in the jets. The jets have holes in them. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. That you can't, if you embiggen a card when an attack is being launched, the effect also gets gigantic. Yeah, it's boring, but this is the way it goes. This is how you win the game. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you look at a card as an attack is being launched, PDCGL has an oopsie in its pants, like me when I beat off this Dragapult player and Jetting Blue them. Yeah, and then we just go Jetting Blow, do 50 to the Latias, and then the Frostlass clean them up. So there you go. It is possible to beat Dragapult. No, that is, if they hadn't conceded, Starmie would have been the MVP. Starmie was the MVP. This is a Starmie deck. Ignore that. That is an illusion. Your eyes are playing tricks on you. Do not pay attention to that. Wally sure was a great card in that matchup, wasn't it? wasn't Wally's a great card? And oh, we're at level 399. As soon as we're gonna probably hit level 400 today. And yeah, I am the #1 YouTuber for deck lists. I got the biggest deck out of every YouTuber. You want to see the hugest decks you've ever seen? I got them on my YouTube channel, baby. But yeah, obviously I'll get this video up tonight. We just need one more game for a good YouTube video. But that Wally's, oh man, that Wally's is doing great. But what do you mean? What do I mean by that title? Its attack is called Jetting Blow. I am not the weird one here, okay? The Pokemon Company is the one who made an attack called Jetting Blow. What the hell is a Jetting Blow? Okay? I only know one thing associated with blowing somebody. Okay, this is fine. You know, I probably should have gone up with the Snow Run. Oh my god, it's Dragapult again? Let me guess. They're going to have a great turn 1. Yep. Okay, so we go buddy buddy pop. We go. Oh my god, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so cool. Second buddy buddy poppin'. I think what I hate the most about the Dragapult matchup with, any deck is just how formulaic it is. What do I have in play? Oh, yeah, we want the second Snow Runt. It's just so formulaic, right? It's like, oh, you want to go turn 1 Badoo, Mountain Badoo them for several turns, and that's it. And, I mean, I think I have to. I think I have to attach to the active, just play it safe. Because these games do tend to drag on a little bit here. And I'm glad I did because we didn't get what we needed. Okay, so that goes there. I have Risky Ruins, which we're probably going to save. I'm going to double check my deck here just to see what's in there. I know. Trust your pilot checking his deck. Okay, so we have everything for the Frostlasses. Am I at all concerned about losing that Staryu is the question. And the answer is yes, slightly. So we'll go get this Frostlass. We'll save on the Risky Ruins. I think we go Staryu down, Risky Ruins, Badoo, and then I leave myself at least the option. But if I'd been able to Monkey Dory with Risky Ruins down, that would have been perfect. The reason that I didn't go Risky Ruins Staryu is because all they have to do is evolve this into a Dusclops, and then the Staryu's dead. And if they... Oh my god, the damage counter's over the card. And then also if they were able to go Rare Candy and get everything. And there's a Watchtower. That's fine. So that was part of the strategy, is I kind of had to prevent them from sucking my butt. Usually I like that, but I did have to prevent them from, going a little overboard. So we are in a slight bit of trouble, but the fact that they don't have energy on the Dragapult is great for us. And, oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so let's go Risky Ruins. The Risky Ruins is probably going to stick for the rest of the game, which is fantabulous. And, wow, that's not great. Okay. I will... Yeah, I think we go Badoo onto the... Math is so tough, isn't it? I think we force them to evolve that into a Dragapult. Right, because they probably understand that Starmie does 50 damage to their bench. So I'm giving myself several options for next turn. If they don't evolve this, I can knock this out. Or, I mean, I can't because my hand is terrible. But they don't know that my hand is terrible. So I could knock this out. I'm threatening a knockout on the Dracloak. I'm threatening a knockout on the Duskull because we can, Monkey Do... Thank you for putting a Meowth into play. And for a Lily's not even a Crispin? Oh, we're just having so much fun against Dragapult. And if you're thinking, oh man, I just can't wait for Dragapult to disappear when Chaos Rising comes out in 2 months. I know I've shown this tier list off multiple times, but yeah, if you're thinking Dragapult's going to get less used going forward, it went from a quarter to about a third. And if you're wondering, how could Dragapult possibly become even better? The answer is Special Red Card. Special Red Card is the reason that Dragapult is getting better, because every deck has to play Psyduck, but the prize card mechanic exists. So if you prize your Psyduck, you just lose to Special Red Card. If they can knock out your Psyduck and you can't get it back, you lose to it as well. So this card, it's like they specifically printed this card to make Dragapult better, even though they also gave us, cards to stop Dragapult, which is, counterintuitive in my eyes. All right. So I guess we just go Crispin for double. Okay. Okay. Huh. I don't think I take the knockout here. I think I just 1-2 on the Dracloak. We force them to have the thing. I'm going to attach to the Staryu. Item lock them one more time. But this is the other part of it, is that the reason Dragapult is so good is because of Badoo and Special Red Card, right? They knock out a Badoo, and then they knock out your second Badoo, you blow up your Dusknoir, Special Red Card is activated, and now they have 3 cards, and you can have your way with them, and Special Red Card is an item, so you have to play Psyduck, but if you can't find your Psyduck, or you prize your Psyduck, or they knocked out your Psyduck because they went, you know, Phantom Dive plus Monkey Dory on the knockout on the Psyduck, and you don't have a Night Stretcher. Because remember, Super Rod is gone. So you don't have Super Rod, which is another huge problem. And you have to play Night Stretcher, but if you don't have the Night Stretcher, you can't get your Psyduck back. And Psyduck is also a liability against a Frostlass Monkey Dory anything deck. There's just so many problems that Dragapult presents to everybody. Like, their board position is terrible, but they're still in a pretty decent spot. Right? In this matchup specifically, their board position kind of sucks. You know, my Risty Ruins is sticking. They have a Duskull. But luckily, I'm going to be able to knock out the Duskull. I have a Mega Starmie. I have another Monkey Dory. So I think I'm essentially forced to attack. They had to jet. Oh, oh God. Oh, God. Oh, hold me back. Hold me back. Oh, my God. A Dragapult player just... YouTube audience, you deserve this. This is the moment you've waited all your life for, YouTube audience. You deserve this moment. You've suffered long enough. This moment, this is the greatest moment in PDCGL history. Oh my goodness. I probably should have saved that Pokepad to get another Frostlass, but I don't care at this point. I don't even care. We're just enjoying ourselves way too much right now. Why ruin a good thing? Yeah, we have to, unfortunately, we do have to go for the Duskull. I don't want to knock out the Duskull, but we have to. And then all I have to do to win, hit the Dracloak. The problem with the Duskull is that the Duskull allows them to evolve into Dusknoir and knock out the Starmie. So the issue there is that if I were to knock out the Dracloak, is they would have the Duskull, and then they can evolve that. They could Rare Candy into a Dusknoir, knock out my Mega Starmie. You know, my hand could have supported it. I could have gone Mega Frostlass. And Stevie Wonder. I still think Dragapult is better. Yeah, it's Dragapult at home, but it's still a really good deck. You know, it's definitely top 20 in my eyes. And, well, they can attack, because remember, I can't knock out the Dragapult. Yeah, but I got the Hilda off the prizes. Remember, I got the Hilda off the prizes. My hand was just a water energy. So I had to be like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to get a good card off the prizes. And then, of course, I did. But knocking out the Duskull means they don't have any chance of knocking out my Starmie this turn. So it was a choice. Do I want to stop them from having a backup Dragapult, or do I want to have another turn for me? And never let me down. Well, I couldn't knock out the Dragapult. Oh, okay. I guess they're going for the Frostlass? This is a decision. That is one of the decisions of all time. This doesn't improve their board position whatsoever, though. This is a negative. This is a negative decision. No, because now they can't knock out my Starmie next turn. So I have 2 I can blow them twice. They're going to be so dehydrated afterwards after I blow them. Yeah, like, this doesn't help their turn, because I know I'm only doing 120. That was the worst decision I think they could have made. You know, they're going to learn, because this deck's only been out for 2 days. But all I needed was 1 Monkey Dory to knock out the Dragapult. Oh, that would have been so funny. That would have been amazing. All right, let's go for Legacy Energy, and yeah, we'll get the other Frostlass, because this is a Starmie deck, damn it. This is a freaking Starmie deck. We're putting the Legacy Energy on this thing, because we're going to Nebula beam them. We're going to blow them, and then we're going to beam them. And, I mean, I guess I knock out the Badoo, right? Just to go on even prizes, to make my life that much simpler. So now we're on even prizes. Ayano doesn't exist. Special red card would not be active yet, but it will be very soon. And then, yeah, we'll just do that. So because they made that decision, I am not forced to do anything crazy here. You know, I can just jetting blow and do all the things, and I just want to Wally's Compassion. I know that I did that turn wrong, and they can knock out the Monkey Dory on the bench, and that's bad. But I just want to use Wally so badly. That's all I want to do this turn. I just want to use Wally's. I know that was an incorrect turn. I shouldn't have knocked out the Badoo. I should have knocked out the Dragapult. But you have no idea. I built a Wally's version of this deck. I am using Wally's. This way, they're baited into attacking the Starmie to knock out this Monkey Dory. That is all I want to do. Okay, I would assume they have a Night Stretcher and they're attacking with the less damaged one. Yeah, they have a Night Stretcher. They're going to attack with the less damaged one. But this is what I was doing. You have to think like your opponent. You have to masterfully bait them. You have to take control of your opponent and beat them off mentally as well. You know, physically beating people off is fun, but getting inside their mind and jerking their mind, you know, jacking their mind, that feels so much better than anything. Because I knew if I knock out this Dragapult, they're going to concede and I wouldn't be able to Wally's. But now I can Wally's. Now I can break their spirit. Did they just put a Pheasantipity into play? That's not very nice. Don't you know who I am? All right, so sometimes you have to talk. There you go, Millennial. You understand. But yeah, I might lose the game because I was a little greedy. I'll admit I was a little greedy with that because this guy is untouchable by my Starmie, but I'm literally just a Monkey Dory and an energy away from... Oh, crap. Okay, I haven't played a Night Stretcher. So they're going to knock out this Monkey Dory. I'll bet you 10 feet picks you have to send me that they don't do the math correctly on the Monkey Dory. They did not do the math correctly on the Monkey Dory. They should have put 2 on the Monkey Dory and then the rest on the Frostlass. So I believe that is just game because I'm going to put 50 on the Latias. And oh, this is amazing. This is so cool. Oh, okay. We got that too. Oh, this feels good. Oh, that felt so good. That was probably the greatest feeling I've ever felt other than some toes in my mouth. All right, let's go get the star. Oh, crap. All right, well, we're fine. And then we jetting blow them. Oh, that felt so good. Okay, so they can't take a 3-prize turn because they don't have Duskull or Dusknoir or anything. And then this guy is knocked out coming into... Or I just knocked them out. Oh, that is so good. It's so much fun just like trolling a Dragapult player. Because it's like the Wally's Compassion. This is their nightmare. This is such a good card in this deck because you attack for 1 energy. Being able to have a Mega who attacks for 1 energy and the Mega is weak to lightning in a world where there is no more lightning decks ever. Okay, you're knocking out that does nothing. The game is over. That does nothing. So remember, they had a chance to hit into the Starmie 3 times. They only did it once. Yeah, if you can have a Mega that attacks for a single energy like Lucario, which is the best use for this card. I hate it when Lucario uses Wally's Compassion. But here it's just crazy because you can just jetting blow like 3 or 4 times in a row. You know, 3 times minimum against Dragapult. It's just so good. And I could troll them longer by putting the Legacy energy on. Oh, I could do it. I could do it one more time too. I could Wally's Compassion one more time. And then oh no, because the Staryu would survive from the Phantom Dive pings anyway. Oh, I could have trolled them again. It is so much fun to just destroy a Dragapult player because Dragapult gets better with Chaos Rising because of stupid special red card. And I am not looking forward to that meta, but this is a beautiful sight, and I'm not just talking about the exposed toes. So that was Rafael Castro. So let's just go to the Greninja build. See if I can get a Greninja game in there. Well, actually, we'll start it soft. You know, we'll do a little bit of foreplay. Yeah. And Mark, yeah, putting. Oh, I got to remember to get the YouTube short when I hit level 400. Okay, so Starmie plus Dust Noir. Starmie plus Dust Noir. And then sure, let's do that. Yeah, you got to do a little bit of foreplay here. All right, so we have all these things. Everything's good to go. I have Carmine, so going first is fun. All right, so we're doing a little bit of foreplay. I'm lubing it up a little bit. And yeah, we're going to be in Master League before you know it. So don't let me forget, as soon as we get to level 400, I need to get a YouTube short. That was, I blew them. I jacked their mind. You had to take a jungle dump after? Yeah, Wally's is just such, when you have cards that, you know, have a bajillion hit points, and taking one-shots is almost next to impossible now, it just gets so much better. I will go first. Joke's on you, that's what I want. Oh yeah, it's Decky Dewey tomorrow, by the way. I'll save Doublade for Monday, but it's Decky. Seriously, this would have been the perfect starting hand if it was any basic. Any basic. Okay, see, there you, and then we start a Starmie. Okay, this is actually fine. As long as this isn't Lucario. As long as we're not facing Lucario. No! No! What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna guess this is not Lucario, so the Shaman is actually not the worst thing in the world. I can't select the Badoo. So yeah, if you're wondering, is PDCGL in 2026? PDCGL is 4 years old? Have they fixed the card select? No, I can't select Badoo. Oh, man. Okay, so I think we just don't Carmine, because, I mean, the hand is perfect. Right? You might think the hand is bad. No, the hand is actually perfect. I have the Mega Starmie. I have, you know, the Hilda if I want it for, I think there's one Ignition Energy in the deck, but I don't want... Oh, God. And then they have this, they have their own Psyduck. That's cheating. That is absolutely cheating. All right, well, they have the Dreepy, that's fine. I have oh my, how do they have everything? How do they have everything? Turn 1, Shaman, Badoo, Psyduck, Dreepy, was better than the last one. The last one was horrible. Oh, man. Okay, well, this is fine, because I'm gonna... but the last one was... This is much better. The last one was horrible. The last PDCGL board was rough. PDCGO... The thing is, PDCGO didn't have to, you know, have everything. PDCGO never changed its design for, like, 7 years. Since the day I started playing, I don't think PDCGO changed it more than once, because it was perfect. They changed the board here once, like, every 2 months. All right, well, we got Legacy Energy. So let's go Legacy Energy on you. Oh, man, this is... hopefully I get some boss's hors d'oeuvres here. That would be a negative. And then, of course, we get a switch. And then, of course, we get a switch. All right, so, yeah, we'll do that. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not allowed to select a Badoo. They have the nuts. There we go. We got a bosses. All right, so press 1 for Psyduck. Press 2 for Shaman. That would be too much work, Nico. That would be way too much work. So press 1 for Psyduck, 2 for Shaman. Like, 1 for Psyduck, 2 for Shaman. They haven't even fixed the glitch where you can't select Pokemon cards. They haven't fixed the glitch that doesn't allow you to just select Pokemon cards, and you want them to add a board choice? Okay, well, now I'm not even using bosses. Okay. You want to give me access to all my items, that's totally fine. Then now I think I just... No, we're not bossing the... That's what a nerd would do. Never let me down. Actually, yeah, that's what we have to do. That's what a nerd would... Yeah, that's kind of what we have to do. All right, so let's go... Probably should have attached to the dude. Probably would have attached to the dude, but whatever. What are they going to do? Get another bosses on the Dracloak? Never going to happen. Yeah, they're protecting those Dreepy, and there's a Crispin. Okay, so if they have Rare Candy Dragapult in their hand, we do lose. Well, I guess they don't have a retreat card, so yeah, they don't got it like... Oh, baby. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so let's go pop... Yeah, there we go. There you go. See, we broke their spirit. Never gonna let me down. I should listen to you more often. And yeah, the thing with Decky Dewey is that I don't think you play it how players in Japan have been playing it. I think it is incorrect to play it how they're playing it over in Japan, which is with no energy discard or anything. I think you absolutely need to have energy discard, right? You can't just rely on its attack. You need Enhanced Hammer. You need Crushing Hammer. You need Handheld Fan. You can't just go 240 manual discard every turn and hope it works out. I think you have to play something that you don't want to play. Yeah, I've lost, what, the one loss today was against Lucario, and I would have won that game with a slightly better start. All right, so this is the Dust Noir build. Don't know what we're facing. Gleeber, the best counter to Badoo is Badoo and a Monkey Dory. Pichu's not good. Pichu is a trap. Do not use Pichu. Pichu is an absolute... That's bait, as the kids would say. Pichu is a trap. Do not use it. Just the best counter to Badoo is a Badoo and a Monkey Dory with a Darkness Energy. Don't waste your time with the jugs or bruxishing your teeth. Bruxishing your teeth is bad for you. 9 out of 10 dentists agree. But no, the best counter is just Badoo Monkey Dory, because then you can go Badoo, put 10 damage on them. They hit into your Badoo, then you Monkey Dory, and then you take the knock. It sucks, but it's the way you got to do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, how the turntables. Oh my god, we prized our other baby boy. Okay, that's bad. But I'm gonna go get this guy, and... I mean, I guess I just get double Staryu. Okay, so Dust Noir, or Dust all those down. I will... Pokepad for, I guess, the Badoo? Or do I just go for the Staryu? But I mean, the Badoo is a failsafe. I think I just go for the Staryu, get rid of it. And then we Carmine, and then watch me get a dead hand. Actually, we did not get a dead hand. All right, then. So there we go. So I can very easily just win this game, right? They have to get 2 Staryu down, or else I just win this game. Unless they have a Shaman. Obviously, if they have a Shaman, that gets slightly more difficult. But if they're unable to get 2, they're not here. Yeah, they're definitely not here. But there's just not much you can do to counter Badoo. Oh my god. Yes, we're going to win this game because PDCGL is well made. Who pinned that? You're the one who says, oh, they're here. Oh, they're playing the Bronzong deck. They're playing Trust Your Pilot's Bronzong deck that I'll probably get to in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, they didn't get a Salvatore. Unfortunately, they didn't get a Salvatore, and I've now won the game. So this is the problem, is if you kind of have to go first. Salvatore is not the right partner. Just go first and play Carmine, okay? Do not play Salvatore. Salvatore is a trap. Oh, they don't even know. They don't even know what's about to happen. No, because, again, you still need to have the Psychic Energy. That's the problem. Is you still need to... How do you get the energy off of a 7-card hand when you need to have all these Tall Bell and stuff? All right, so that is unfortunate, but we got we got literally everything I could have asked for. All right, so let's go Starmie and yeah, Legacy Energy. That they did. All right, so who do I go for? I guess it doesn't really matter if I go for the bronze. Yeah, the bronze ore doesn't matter anymore. The Staryu is the only thing that matters. And then let's jetting blow them. So yeah, this ain't going in the YouTube video because they are taking forever. Anytime, there we go. You just get it? Well, that's you know it's never going to work like that. You know it's never working like that. I will be locked out of having another Dust Noir this game, but I mean, that's okay. I'm just going to boss up whoever they put on the bench and knock that out too. Like, I am not being a hater on the Bronzong. I think the Bronzong is such a cool card. I'll put it on screen so we can talk about it a little bit more, because they clearly rage quit. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's the win-loss counter. All right, there we go. Special red card. Suck my butt. Like, I think this card is one of the best, funnest ways to counter Dragapult. Because if you can just get this your first time that you can attack, this is great. But I'm still firmly on team go first, use Carmine. Because there's no real advantage to Salvatoring, right? For Farigiraf, like, what is the benefit? Like, realistically, what is the benefit to not going first, right? Why would you want to go second with this deck when going first guarantees you have 2 chances to find a Bronzong, right? If you go second, you have 1 chance to get your Salvatore combo up and running turn right away. If you go first, they're not evolving their first turn. So screw Salvatore, go first. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just go first. You don't even need to play Carmine if you don't want to. Just go first. Life is easy. Like my ex-wife, life is this. It's the simplest thing. And if you watched my video about 10 fun decks to play post-rotation, this is the nightmare scenario I talked about. Oh, wow, this is horrible for them. There's a Lilies. So let's go. Sure, let's put the dust all down. Why the heck not? And I shall... I mean, do I even need to use the bosses right now? I mean, may as well. Sure, let's just bosses the Meowth and just have our way with them. Make them regret waking up this morning. And then we'll put the damage on this guy. So if they have a Mega Frostlass, it does not matter, because I've limited my hand. And we're also kind of forcing them to get their Mega Frostlass if they don't want this to die. And then also the Meowth is going to die. Yeah, like I am 100% Team Bronzong. I think this card is great for the meta right now, just for countering Dragapult. Okay, here comes the Mega Frostlass, but you have to retreat a Meowth and get an energy on a Mega... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have regrets. I have slight regrets right now. Uh-oh. Okay, well, if I just have a 0-card hand, we're fine, right? Or I guess a 2-card hand is fine. So I can hit into this guy. There's a water energy. That's fine. Okay, so we go Ultra Ball away. I mean, I don't even think I need to... Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you're right. Let's BM them. And let's get a Dusclops. And then we evolve into this guy. And let's attach to you. And then we don't knock out the Meowth. It is very important that we do not knock out the Meowth. And yeah, we just go Jetting Blow. Put 50 on the Bronzor. What about Terrabox? Yeah, Terrabox is fun and good and all that, but it has bad matchups against other decks. which is a problem. You know, it does have bad matchups here and there. So they definitely watched my video, and I mean, I don't know what the draft rig and the Farigoraph are doing here. I think that's a bad idea. There we go. 9-1. I've lost the only loss today was the first game of the day. So maybe we don't hit level 400 today. Maybe we do it tomorrow. But I'm on a generational run today. And we'll play the Greninja one after this one, because we have enough for a YouTube video, but obviously I'd like a bit of a wacky list. I don't want it to just be Lucario, Dragapult, Dragapult, but that's what you're going to find on the ladder is Lucario and Dragapult, Dragapult. It's like, I don't want to show the YouTube audience Lucario, Dragapult, Dragapult, but that's all it is. And Arcadius? Nah, I'll count it as a loss. It's fine. All right, this is a hand. This is a little bit too destructive of a hand if I had to say so myself, but I don't really mind. If I had to guess, I would say that this is Alakazam, right? This has to be Alakazam. There's no way this is not Alakazam. I could save the lilies for next turn. I could save everything for next turn, to be completely honest with you. It probably makes more sense to do that. But that's what a nerd would do. That's what a loser would do. A loser would be smart and do the right thing. Oh, I should have done this completely differently. Okay, so let's go Risky Ruins, Pokapad. We'll go get another Staryu, I guess. And yeah, just next turn we Lily's Determination, I guess. And do I even really want to put, I guess? Sure. Just in case they like retreat or something, but they're knocking out the Duskull. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. That was actually pretty dumb. Oh, okay. Well, they would have had a stadium anyway. Never mind. Oh, what the hell? So is this just a Terrabox deck? Didn't somebody in chat just mention Terrabox? Because you're banned. I know, I'm sorry, but you are banned. Those are the rules. You're banned. But if they take the knockout, then Lilies becomes less good, but they probably don't even play Lilies. That's the crazy... What's... I feel like I need an adult right now. Yeah, they do realize they need a Terra Pokemon, right? They do need to put a Terra Pokemon on top of the deck. Imagine if I had Judge in this deck. That'd be hilarious if I just had Judge right now. We get rid of the double Noctowl. We mess up their Cypher Maniac. Okay, so they got it. They have everything. Okay. Orical come in my pants with a fang. Hey, they're trying something new. So, I guess I just Ultra Ball. Yeah, we're just going to Ultra Ball, go get the Mega Starmie. This isn't, perfect. Because I may whiff a Water Energy or something. Because remember when I had that good hand? Oh, we did not whiff a Water Energy. Okay, so let's go Duskull. I feel like I can put the Badoo into play just as like a safety precaution, right? We can just safety precaution it out here. That goes there. And who should I put? I guess I put the damage on. We go to Hooters. I think going to Hooters makes the most sense. Because Hooters only has 100 hit points. Or is it 90? Whatever. It can be found with Fan Rotom. So they need to go Noctowl for Crispin. But then I think I just knock out double Noctowl, right? Yeah, 100. Yeah, it was one of the two. Yeah, the Frostlass build, just easy wins. Don't even have to attack. Okay, so the problem with their deck is that Koraidon only does actually. Did they? What? What the hell? They must have a very good hand if that's what they're getting. Drill. So is this? This must be Cerule Edge. This has to be Cerule Edge. What is happening? Okay, I need like a grandparent. I don't need an adult. I need a senior citizen at this point. Okay. Um. This is my brain hurts. My brain is hurting so much right now. Who are you gonna go get? Zygarde? Do they have? Yeah, is this gonna be like a scramble switch or something? But that's not. What is the card? End's plan doesn't do it. It's gonna have to be like energy switch counter gain or I'm so scared. What is happening? What is happening right now? Like scramble. Okay, I don't think they know how scramble switch works. I don't think they know how scramble switch works. I'm just gonna go out on a Jeremy Lin here and say they don't know how scramble switch works, and they're about to find out a hard truth right now. Scramble switch is not what you think it is. And Mr. Darkside, I know. Okay. No, they don't know how scramble switch works. I think they're about to have. I think we're about to get a conceit of shame here, unless I'm forgetting how scramble switch works. But I think my brain is, nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. Yeah. Now they're reading the card. Nothing bad can happen with scramble switch in this situation. It can only good happen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, their name is No Symmetry, Sido. You're right. Okay, I don't even know what to do in this moment. Okay, they're giving me okay, there we go. They figured it out. Okay, they got it. They got the Gaia wave. Oh my, okay, they had a pretty good hand. Okay, so they are going to win this game, and I'm going to lose this game, and it's going to be hilarious. This was a weird one. My brain, probably not going to win. This is probably going to be our second loss of the stream, which is kind of weird to say. But don't I just have to bring up their Noctowl and then I win? If I just bring up this Noctowl, don't I just win? Right? If I just bosses this Noctowl and knock it out, I think I win. Because then I go Adrenabrain, put 1, 2, 3, and then go, yeah, that guy goes there. Right? Am I wrong? Don't I just Jetting Blow and then knock out the Hoot Hoot? And then they don't have a way to do anything now? And, ooh, this is going to be great. Yeah, I wouldn't mind losing because it is a funny combo, but this is not in anywhere close to how I would play Mega Zygarde. You saw me. I made Mega Zygarde work. I made Zega Mygarde work. I think Audino is fine. Grumpig is fine. Barbaricle's the obvious partner. There's a couple other wacky ones. This is not it. I appreciate you trying something different, No Symmetry, but you broke my brain, and that is unforgivable. You broke my brain, and I cannot forgive you for that. My brain is precious. It's hanging on by a string. The hamster on the wheel in my brain is barely surviving right now. It's as old as I am. But hey, I mean, Audino is fine to use as a partner for Mega Zygarde. You just have to have Legacy Energy or Stoop Up Cyclone. One of those two. Right, because you gotta either they knock out the Mega Audino and it has a Legacy Energy on it, or you just Stoop Up Cyclone and you play it with, Bouffalant or something. And you can hopefully do it 2 or 3 times before they take a knockout. But, like, that's it. And then you can't do anything with Shaman in that matchup, which is kind of bad. So they can still do a Scramble Switch, attach, Glass Trumpet play. They could still launch Nullifying Zero this turn. But the Mega Starmie will survive if they go for Nullifying Zero, which I don't think they want to have happen here. Oh, they already used it? Oh, right. I forgot about that. I wasn't paying attention. Scramble Switch, yeah. You may move any amount of energy from the Pokemon you move. This is not like Iron Leaves where you can take the energy from anywhere. You can only take it from the Pokemon you move to the bench. Okay, they're gonna Orichalcum in my pants right now. Energy Switch. All right. I can't knock out the dude, which is unfortunate, but I do just win, I think, right? And it actually behooves me to not put Risky Ruins down because I want to knock out the Noctowl, put 120 on this thing. And then we're just kind of waiting here. We're waiting and baiting. Because it's going to come down to Nullifying Zero, right? Oh, wait, no. Don't I just win if I have Dusknoir? I think I win with Dust. Yeah, I win with Dusknoir. That's boring. That's anticlimactic. I wanted to climax as hard as possible, and then we just win? Winning is so boring. Please tell me I prized my last Starmie. Damn it, we have 2. We have 2. That's so boring. All right, Curse Blast. Take the knockout. No, it would not have been a winning strategy because they don't have Grass Energy. I'm just saying Scramble Switch is not like Iron Leaves, is what I'm trying to get at. I'll give him a thumbs up. No Symmetry, I appreciate out-of-the-box thinking, and the fact that you got down to 1 prize is kind of cool. But had I been playing, any other build of this deck, it would not have been anywhere nearly as close. I wouldn't have never had a Starmie in play anyway. All right, let's go to the Greninja build because we only have a couple games left anyway. And let's get the Wallies. Okay, so this is Starmie Greninja. So there's Grand Tree as the A-Spec. Also 10 wins. But Grand Tree is the A-Spec. I have to remember that I have to... Grand Tree, I have to pay attention to the counts of cards in my deck. And that's going to hurt me. Whenever Trust Your Pilot has to think, that's when things go wrong. All right, so sacking these nuts. We're playing the Greninja build. And yes, I do want to. You do want to go first with this one because then you can use Grand Tree turn 2 and get like a Dusknoir or a Greninja or something, or even a Starmie if you want. Well, well, well. I think this is a Froakie start if I've ever seen one. God dang it. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. This is totally fine as long as I have another Froakie. We have another Froakie. We have a Staryu. We're not doing any stupid Badoo crap. I'm going to... I mean, I think I attach... I'm going to attach to the benched one. Like, we know for a fact that this is not going to end well for Mr. Froakie in the active here. But this is another Lucario deck. I'm sorry. Okay, it's not my fault that everyone's playing Lucario. It's one of the free decks. It's not my fault everyone's playing Dragapult. It's another one of the free decks. It's not my fault. But you have to assume, if you ever see a Solrock or a Lunatone, you just kind of assume, yeah, whatever my active is, it's getting knocked out if it's a baby basic. But I did leave myself a little bit of leeway, right? Like I can go rare candy into either. So it doesn't really matter. And also the reason I attached is because I do have access to Mirage Barrage. So if they just go for the knockout on the Froakie this turn, that's great. And I'd actually prefer that over attaching to the Riolu. Because attaching to the Riolu is actually very bad for... Oh, God. Okay, never mind. Attaching to the Riolu is actually perfect for us. Because now I can just go bosses the Riolu, knock out the Riolu, get Mirage Barrage. Is there a 70 hit point Froakie? I think the 70 hit point one comes in Chaos Rising, right? Or is Froakie one of the partner illustration collection? No, it's Piplup, Poplio, and Squirtle. All right, so let's go this guy. We're going to get just everybody out of the deck because there's no reason not to. And then we go Rare Candy. Rare Candy's nuts fit in your mouth. And then we do that. And then, yes, I have to Shinobi Blade. We have to get rid of the Riolu. We have to try and slow them down just a little bit. And then Shinobi Blade. As much as I want to go for Ignition Energy, I think it has to be a Lilies. As much as I want to go for the Ignition Energy, I'm pretty sure just a Lilies for 5 cards is a lot smarter. Though I could go for Colress. No, let's go for Colress. Yeah, let's go for Colress. Yeah, who cares about playing smart? Let's go for Colress, baby. Because this gives us Grand Tree, assuming I didn't prize it. This gives us Grand Tree, it gives us Ignition Energy, it gives us, a Dust Noir, it gives us everything. The world is my cloister. And yeah, I know Mega Zygarde's goated. I showed you yesterday. And thank you to everyone who watched the video and liked it. It has an over 99% like ratio, which is unheard of for Mr. Trust Your Pilot. And it's one of my most viewed gameplay videos of all time, which is amazing. Nothing will come close to topping my TCG Pocket gameplay video, though. Okay, unless I'm an idiot, maybe... Wait, is Mega Gengar my #1 most viewed gameplay video? Mega Gengar is my #1 most viewed gameplay video from PTCGL because it was the day that Mega Gengar was literally broken. So I put Mega Gengar EX as the most broken new Phantasmal Flames deck because it was literally broken and not in a good way. All right, so we're 100% going Colress's Stochasticity. So Gengar, I never would have guessed that Gengar is my #1 most viewed video for gameplay. That boggles the mind. So let's go. Probably should have checked my deck to see what's in there, but this will allow me to view everything. So I have access to both. I'm assuming they can't bump my stadium, but I'm totally okay just getting a Dust Noir here. That's totally okay with me. And then I'm just going to Mirage Barrage the Makuhita and the Riolu. And that's going to be hilarious. PTCGL, please don't break. All right, so let's go Mirage Barrage. We knock out the Makuhita and the Riolu. 120, 120. And there we go. Yeah, I just randomly checked. Apparently the Mega Gengar that was fixed after like a few days is my #1 most viewed gameplay video at about 40,000 views. It's not even close to my #1 most viewed video, but in terms of gameplay videos, unless I miss something, it is currently #1. I remember that TCG Pocket had a lot because remember, TCG Pocket, I moved to New Zealand specifically to play TCG Pocket. And I can't seem to find it. I'm just going based off of thumbnails and I can't seem to find it. And hey, my how to pronounce every Pokemon name is almost at 40,000 views. That video did not get many views to begin with. And Yogurt Enema, Rip Zatu, rip your butthole? You know, Electrode's butthole probably can fit an enema, but not a good one. All right, here we go. Grand Tree. I'm going to have another Greninja, and then I guess... Huh. Actually, I think we just go for it, right? Because a Dust Noir, I'm going for it. I'm 100% going for it. So I'm not going to attach the water. I'm going to go up with Badoo. But I mean, I also have multiple turns to wait. I don't even have to really do anything this turn. But I'm going to try everything in my power to make it happen this turn. Because this is the whole point of this version of the deck. I Buddy Pop, and we want to burn that because we want to just thin the deck out. Pokepad. And then go and get... Yeah, I guess we just get the Dusclops. And then I think I Grand Tree first. I think we Grand Tree for the Greninja. Because that is the failsafe. I'm still trying. This is just thinning my deck. This is the smart move. Okay, I'm thinning my deck. Because if I get Starmie Ignition Energy, we just win the game, and it's hilarious. And then I go, Lilies, Starmie Ignition. Everyone, cross your toes and clench your... Oh. Never mind. Never mind. BDC GL hates us. All right. So in this situation, we attach to you, and then we Shinobi Blade, and we go get a Ignition Energy. And they're probably not going to have a Judge, because no one has Judge, and no one... I don't even think I've been unfair stamped lately. That's what I've noticed with this new format, is that not having an INO to 1 or an INO to 2, or just a card in every deck that everyone plays to affect your opponent's hand, not having is just so crazy, and that's why unfair stamp is so heavily played. Yeah, don't evolve into Harry Mama with Grand Tree. The effect won't activate. But Lucario, most of the time, it needs Maximum Belt to give it that little oomph. Grand Tree in this one lets you get a stage 2 right away. But Unfair Stamp is kind of the way to go. You absolutely have to Unfair Stamp. And Woodis, how dare you question my amazing math skills? How dare you? No, 100% Stamp is 100% underhyped. We're going to find out very soon. Because remember, it took about a month for Unfair Stamp to become the most played ace spec in Japan. And, you know, early on, everyone's just trying to find out. But an Unfair Stamp, putting your opponent to 2 cards as soon as turn 2 after they knock out a Badoo. And, oh, yeah, it was. But this is a Mega Starmie deck. Jeez. This is a Mega Starmie deck. What are you talking about? This is a Mega Starmie deck. I have to Grand Tree for Mega Star... Yes, it was, but this is a Mega... This is not a Greninja deck. This is a Mega Starmie deck. That's what you don't understand. You gotta be the streamer here. You gotta get in the mind of the streamer. You gotta ignore all the feet thoughts. You know, I have to block those out. And then you get the Nebula Beam. Because this is a Mega Starmie deck. This is not a Greninja Dust Noir deck. This is a Mega Starmie deck. See? I wouldn't have won if it wasn't for Mega Starmie. That's proof. It's proof. Proof, I tells ya. By the way, I'm 11-1. By the way, oh, you know, just a casual 11-1. I'm on an 11-game winning streak with this. Isn't that crazy? But no, 100% Unfair Stamp is absolutely the way to go. Because there's no INO. Judge hurts you as well. Unfair Stamp is item-based. Is it item-based? Put your opponent to 2 cards as soon as they knock out a Badoo. That is absolutely insane. Because there's so many turns where I'm like, okay, I need to use the Lilies to draw 8 cards for me, but I also need to INO them low, and I can't. Ooh, it's Doublade! The first one! The first Doublade in history. Okay, so the thing you want to do here is... Oh, they don't have a... Okay. I'm pretty sure I lose this matchup, to be completely honest with you. Because if I'd gone first, then... Okay. All right. Okay. I would have much preferred it if our second loss of the stream came as a result of, you know, me having a hard-fought battle that ended in a loss and not PDCGL gave me 8 unplayable cards off of a Lilies. Isn't it great when you just get 8 unplayable cards off of Lilies? Don't you just love it when, oh, hey, I'm going to Lilies for 8. Nothing can go wrong with an 8-card hand. 0. Never gonna let me down? Well, it's not gonna happen as long as they have an ignition energy in their hand. They've won this game. But I don't think it's as disastrous because they'll just, if you don't have a Sacred Ash in your deck as a Doublade player, you're playing it wrong, or like a Max Rod or something. But they'll just keep the evolutions, right? They'll just keep the evolutions and maybe an energy, and then they'll just play Sacred Ash and have Genesect. So realistically, you want to have like Judge and then knock out the Genesect. But obviously I can't do that. So another cool thing would be Boss's Orders, the Genesect, and just sort of trap it there and pick off the bench. But Full Metal Lab and, you know, Jamming Tower would have been great. Wow. Okay. We're going to try this one more time. I'm going to attach to you. And we're just going to try this one more time and see what happens. Apparently the answer is nothing is happening. So let's go attach to you. We're going to have to put Latias in play. I have to Ultra Ball away the Hilda and I guess the Water Energy. I mean, I'm only taking 1 prize with the Starmie. So yeah, I guess it just has to be that and just hope. Oh, I'm not even knocking out the doublet. Oh, no, I am. Nebula Beam. I thought I was using Jetting Blow, which wouldn't have been a knockout. Okay, well. Are you ready to see your first Doublade KO of a Mega? It's going to be pretty cool. I'm kind of excited for this. And if I'd had a decent start, like if I'd had any of my Poffins, then obviously Dust Noir just wins me the entire game, because all I do is just Dust Noir game. Or just Dust Noir 1 Doublade, set up a KO with another one. And the fact that they only have 2 Doublade in play is really bad for them. Because I can go Colress's Tenacity for energy. I can guarantee the energy with Colress. I can have Grand... See, there you go. See? Told ya. Sacred Ash. No more Super Rod means you gotta play Sacred Ash these days, and it's not as cool. And they're about, yeah, they got it. This is awesome. Just an easy 360? They have to get rid of 6? So the order of operations was incorrect there. They should have gone flip the script first, and then use things like Dawn and Pokepad, but, I mean, they're balling out right now, as the kids would say. Their balls are all the way out right now. They have popped out of their shorts. The balls are all the way out. So they gotta get rid of 6. They got rid of 5. How did you whiff? How did you whiff that one? Okay. Was not expecting that. Well, then I'm just going to Lilies, I think, right? No, we're going to Colress. We're going to Colress for Grand Tree and a Water. Because this takes the knockout. This sets them up. Yeah, they got distracted. And yeah, let's Grand Tree for a Frogadier. I'm just trying to thin out the deck a little bit here. There's the Greninja. Okay, we Jetting Blaum. And we attach. There we go, PDCGL. I knew you could do it. And Jetting Blow. I think it's still just hit into the Hone Edge, right? Oh, right, it's Reveal. I always forget that it's Reveal and not Discard. I keep thinking it's the thingy thing. And then we got everything. So yeah, next turn I'll just, yeah, Boss's Orders, the Genesect. Or no, if they don't get another Hone Edge down, then that's what we're definitely doing. But they should definitely get another Hone Edge down. I mean, we haven't seen an Air Balloon. I have to assume they have either an Air Balloon or a Latias, but if they have to bench a Latias, that's great, but I'm assuming they just have Air Balloon. Okay, in this situation, Zerosic would be good. And I'm definitely going to lean towards playing a Zerosic in any deck that can fit it. Like, if there's a deck that has supplemental card draw and I don't need to have that 60th card, Zerosic will probably be there. Because no one's playing Judge anymore. So there's Hilda. There's Ignition Energy. Yeah, that's fun. Huh. I mean, yeah, we basically just have to go for the Genesect. I'm just trying to, yeah, I guess we just go for the I'm trying to think, like, is the Genesect just all I do here? Is just bosses the Genesect? You should play 3 Unfair Stamp. Two is not enough. You got to play 3 Unfair Stamp. All right, so Greninja goes up there. And then can I top deck a Duskull or something? That's the opposite of what I wanted. Okay, what are the odds they don't have a switch or an air balloon? What are the odds they don't have a switch or an air balloon? We're about to find out, because I think this is my only course of winning this game anyway, is if they just don't got it like that, and then I just go Ignition Energy. So if they have any sort of switch or retreat card, I do lose. If they don't, I win. So that's the difference here. Yeah, why don't you play the Rotom that gets an item back from the discard pile? If they have no retreat card, I do win the game. Because I'll just knock out double Hone Edge. Ooh, I think they might have it. I think they might have the switch card. Hilda. Oh, Hilda's not a good one. Uh-oh. Did I somehow just win against the deck with a 20 card hand and no retreat? Oh, they got the air balloon. Imagine if I had Jamming Tower. Imagine if this deck had a copy of Jamming Tower in it. Imagine how strong that would be right now. Imagine how strong a Jamming Tower would be against this deck. Could you imagine having a Jamming Tower here? Oh man, that'd be so cool. All right, so they knock out the Greninja. I knock out their Doublade. And then I think we lose because they just got it like that. But this is why Doublade has a chance. Right? It can knock out Megas. You don't discard the cards. You keep them in your hand. So I'm happy that my second loss is coming to Doublade. I just wish, it wasn't because I had an unplayable hand for three turns in a row. I was going to say 3 straight turns. Again, family-friendly Friday. I don't say bad words here. You butt face. You absolute butt face showing up now. I knew you were trouble when you walked. What the hell is this? Wow. Yeah, sure. Let's just make it easy on you. Let's just make it as easy as possible on you. There you go. So it does kind of suck that my second loss, my 11-game win streak is broken because I just couldn't get anything going. Yeah, do all your damage. I won't concede. Do all your damage. That is so unfortunate. Is if PDCGL had just cooperated and given me one Buddy Poffin at any point in the game, one Poffin was the difference. All right, last game of the stream. This is going to be the difference between one person getting all the channel points or 2 people getting all the channel points. And we'll hit level 400 tomorrow, so I'll leave a note. Level 400 on Saturday, because I don't think we can mathematically get there now. So there's actually a lot riding on this one. Who voted for me to get 12 wins? Because this is gonna be the game. All right, so Leorb 907. Okay, well, there you go. Well, it's 11 wins. It's 11 wins, isn't it? Well, I think it's gonna be 11 wins. I'm not sure, but I have an inkling. I have a suspicion that this is gonna be okay. Oh wow. Okay, that's cool. We're gonna Ultra Ball away these 2. Go and get a I mean, I guess it's just going to be a dust all, right? Because I can win the game next turn if they have nobody in their... They have nobody in play. I can daunt them, and then we can go to one more game. Ah, it's Grimmsnark. Okay, so we would have won this game easily, by the way. This would have been one of the easiest wins I've ever had. But then PDCGL said, what if it wasn't? And then they just have all those things too. All right, I think I should concede. Press 1 to concede so we get one more game. Press 2 to just get absolutely destroyed here. Okay, no, I'm taking it out. I'm taking it out of your... Taking this decision out of your feet here. They get the lilies and all that. Yeah, that's when you know. That's when you know PDCGL just has it out for you. Well, I mean, we are playing Decidueye. Though I have seen more Doublade than Decidueye, but I still think Decidueye is the correct call for tomorrow. Simply because it is an EX. You know, I'll do Mega Clefable next week. I'll do Starmie with Stevens, whatever, next week, even though the card is broken. But I think Decidueye is fine. My version of Decidueye goes harder on energy control. Okay, well, I think just Latias, right? Or no, we'll go Duskull. We'll go Duskull. No, we'll go Latias. I told you about how I tested that against Mega Zygarde. It was atrocious. It can't even knock out a Mega Zygarde in the right conditions here. I'll play Diggersby. I don't know if I'll pair... Well, I guess I have to. I'll do like a Diggersby stream with the Monkey Dory, and then I'll try the Raticate, then realize how terrible the Raticate is. Because I already talked about the Raticate earlier on in the stream, and yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. All right, them having to use a turn 1 Ultra Ball is great news. It will not be fun. It will be bad. There's a difference between fun and bad fun. Ooh, they probably think it's a mirror match. Gleber, Lively Stadium, and Ludicolo are it, and those are not good options. They probably think this is a mirror matchup. Well, I got news for you, buddy boy. This ain't no mirror matchup. Okay, so let's go Ultra Ball away, the Ursaluna and the Colress. I know I shouldn't do this, but I kind of have to do this. We have a Froakie. We have a Staryu. I think I just go and grab Badoo. Because you didn't see it, YouTube audience, but I went on an 11-game win streak, and then we lost 2 in a row because PDCGL thought it'd be funny to be mean to me. And I don't appreciate that. Oh, wow, we have an amazing turn coming up here. So let's go retreat into the Badoo. I think I go for the Greninja. Or, yeah, I mean, we have... Yeah, so I can potentially get a couple things going. We'll go Pokepad, get the Dusclops, and then we're in business here. Yeah, you have to play Battle Cage in the Raticate deck when Rattata only has 40 hit points. So you can't play Lively Stadium, and if you did play Lively Stadium, guess what would happen? They would just bump the Lively Stadium and your Rattata would get knocked out because they only have 40 hit points. So I don't see this deck being even a fun road deck, because even if you have 3 Rattata all with 30 damage on them, that's only what, 360 damage? I know I'm saying only 360 damage, but you can only do that once. Getting 30 damage on the Rattata you just put down means you need Risky Ruins, but if you have Risky Ruins, you can't play Battle Cage. So you have to play Rabska, you have to play Ludicolo, you have to play Lively Stadium, you have to play Battle Cage, you have to play Risky Ruins. You have to play like 17 different things, and none of them feel good. And YouTube audience, if this makes it into the video, I apologize. It is just Lucario and Dragapult today. That's literally all it is. Oh, wow. If only I had access to my items. Okay, so let's go Hilda. Hilda for this guy and this guy. Wait, what's in my hand? What's in my hand? We have a water energy? Yeah. Let's go for the ignition. So Starmie coming down. And I'll put that. Actually, do I just knock out the Badoo right now? Or no. I go for the Dracloak. I was thinking I could be a little swifty right now and have a little bit of fun toying around with them and be like, I could knock out the Badoo and then force them to decide, do they want to sacrifice their Latias? Because I could have Ignition Energied the Latias, but oh, wow. Yeah, the effects are still in Big End. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm never let me down. You never let me have fun. You know, you should change your name to Never Let Me Have Fun instead of Never Gonna Let Me Down. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad I didn't get water energy. Alrighty. So we have a Froakie. I did discard the Colress. So the Colress is how you get your Grand Tree and your energy. This is better than Petrol because, you know, at least you get the energy. You don't have a Shaman, I don't think. Oh, man. Well, there we go. We got the 12th win. Well, I did want a YouTube video, but then PDCGL decided to screw me over. All right, so that was we're going to get to level 400. We won 12 times. Somebody believed in the deck. We're going to make Arceus lead tomorrow. We're going to hit level 400 tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. And we get a Mega Clefable with all the fixins. So it's going to be no Greninja version in the video, but that's okay. All right, so let's see who's online. Raid channel. Is Sunny online? Sunny's online. Just got online. So we shall start the raid. Oh, Sunny's playing Starmie. Wonder. So the raid message is real original. Starmie question mark? Real original. That's the raid message. Starmie, wonder where you got that idea.